Well, here it is. I've been talking about it for a while and I finally picked it up. It's Rhino-Rack's next generation Pioneer platform. Let's have a look at it. We made the decision to go for the next generation platform by Rhino-Rack because there's a few little added features that are going to be really helpful for when we add our lights and things on the roof. But let's get into it and have a look at what they've changed. I know to start off with, Rhino-Rack has actually completely changed all their packaging, which is pretty cool. Absolutely no plastics anymore. So apart from these straps, everything else is cardboard. All the packaging around the rack is all cardboard. There's no styrofoam, which is pretty special and good to see. So one of the new features of this new next generation Pioneer platform is you've got this built-in scale on both sides. And what it allows you to do is position your tracks perfectly to match your vehicle type. So depending on your car, if you've got a backbone system or you're going gutter mounts like what we're doing, it'll actually tell you exactly where to put those. Grab your phone, and in the instructions there's a QR code, so just bring up your camera and hold it over top of the QR code, and that'll take you straight to the Rhino-Rack website. You choose it by vehicle type, and it'll tell you exactly what scale to move this to. And then the other thing they've given us is this, it's like a torque wrench kind of a tool. So you tighten up your bolts, and so you don't over tighten it, you just keep turning it until you hear that, and then it's torqued to the spec that you want it. Do that all your bolts, move all your channels to where you need them. So now that we've got all our tracks adjusted, it's time to put the legs on, which is really easy. When you buy the kit for the 76, you get the legs and the little spacers and all the bolts and everything like that. So you just got to put them together. You've got a nut that basically just slots into the channel. So once it's together, you just line it up and slide it into place, and then you tighten it up a bit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave all the feet loose until we actually lift it onto the truck. That way we can make sure it all fits nicely onto the gutters. And then once it's on the gutters, you just tighten it up and do that final bit. I'll just finish off putting the last legs on, and then we can look at mounting the light bars as well. So I've been holding onto these lights for a while, and my plan is to chuck them right around the roof rack. So I've got two of these bigger ones, and then I've got a whole bunch of these little ones as well that are going to go on the shoulders on the rear. So I've just popped down to our local Rhino-Rack dealer, and I've got some more of these threaded nuts to fit into the channels. So basically on the side ones, they're going to fit into the same mounting channels and sit there, and then the foot will sit behind it, which is really cool. And then on the front, the nice thing about this next generation platform is actually already got a channel for our mounting accessories. So our roof rack is going to, or the light bars are going to fit really nice in front and rear and sit underneath it tucked away. Quite tidy. So we've got all the light bars mounted. I've still got to figure out what to do with the corner ones and how to mount them, so I'll leave that for now. Cool thing about this roof rack, it's got internal cable tracks, so you can pull these corner plastic bits off, and then you can run your cables inside the roof rack. So in my case, I'm going to run all the way back and then to the back of the roof rack, and then come in through the rear stop lamp at the top of the car, and that's how I'm going to get my feeds going into the vehicle. But yeah, really super clean, and everything's tucked away. You won't see any of the cables once it's done. I've got to wait till I do my big red arc install for my power management side of things, because I'm using a pretty cool switching system to switch all of this stuff. But in the meantime, we've got them all mounted up, so we won't have to take the roof rack off again. Well, here we go. The whole rack's been put together. All the feet are on. We've left everything kind of loose so that when we slide it onto the car, we can do the final little adjustments. One of the reasons I really like the Rhino-Rack, the Pioneer platform, is because of its weight. It's quite light, which is really awesome when you're starting to put weight up high up in the car. And it's just a really well thought out product with all the little channel nuts and everything. The mounting systems are awesome. So many different accessories that are available for them. And I really like that sleek design of the Pioneer platform. So I'm going to need two people. So luckily I've got someone standing behind the camera that's going to give me a hand to lift this up on the car. It needs to be really accurate when you're setting up your channels, because what we found is that we weren't quite accurate on one of these and we had to readjust everything. But apart from that, everything goes together really well, and it's just making it work so it sits nice and perfectly on the roof. But we're getting there. Next stage is putting the Batwing on. So the Pioneer platform's all on and it looks awesome. You might recognise this. This is the Batwing that we had on our last Land Cruiser. And I thought, why not put it on this one? It was such a good awning when we had it. It's pretty easy to fit. It's just got the same channel system as the Rhino-Rack Pioneer platform. So the mounts will bolt straight onto this, Shouldn't take too long at all. So the beauty about these platforms is basically the channel system, and you have all these flat bars and little bolts, and they're all threaded. So basically all you have to do is set it up, slot it in the channel, adjust it to where you want, and tighten them up. And that's it. And it's the whole way along. So if you're mounting accessories or anything on the roof, it's all through this channel system, which is really cool, quick and easy. So I'll just get the other one put on and then we can bolt the awning on. So literally this one's a 5-minute job, which is awesome. Time to set it up and show you the sides to it. So Rhino-Rack have sent us the whole side so we can completely enclose ourselves. So we'll whip it around on the grass and set it up. Just setting up the Batwing, I'm excited. I haven't set this thing up in quite a while, and just takes me back how easy these things are to set up. So remember, you've got your integrated ped bag, so all your pegs for your feet and guy ropes if you need them are in here, and it sits out of the way of the car. These are the awning walls, and basically we've got one for each corner of the awning so we can completely close ourselves in. They all come in their own little bag, which is pretty cool. So let's see how these go to set up. There we are, the Rhino-Rack Batwing sides and awning. Pretty stoked. I should show you how much living space there is inside, but I reckon it's time for one of these. It's been a long day. Pretty stoked. Let's go have a look at the inside. Come, I'll give you a little bit of a tour of the bunker. I can't believe how much space there is in this thing. I mean, look how much living space we have. We have full access to the car, pretty much from the back, those two doors. The rooftop tent is going to be folded out over the other side. But you imagine this when it's raining or you want to, setting up for a few days and you really just want to have a bit of privacy. Yeah, pretty stoked with this whole setup. So I've still got to figure out where to set up all of my other camping stuff. The plan is to kind of run most of the life out of the back of the car, cooking and everything like that, and then have kind of a bit of a living space over there. So we'll see how we go, but nice job, Rhino-Rack. I like it.